The worst kept secret has been revealed if you believe Pablo Torre, which, let's just be honest here, most normal people don't. I mean, this is the same Pablo Torre who thinks people with beards should be shopping for braziers. But even without the so-called reporting of Pueblo, there is a lot of people who now believe that the NBA is rigged. And those people now potentially include NBA owners. Headline at the New York Post. NBA owners believe the 2025 draft was rigged to get Cooper Flagg to the Mavericks. No shit. Who doesn't believe that last year's draft was fixed? Well, Uncle KC, Nick Wright, says this is a conspiracy theory. He says people who believe this theory are losers. Yeah, I don't listen to anyone who is incapable of finding a quality barber. Nick Wright should be less worried about the NBA draft and more worried about finding someone who can cut his hair. But whether or not the draft was actually rigged, it really doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the perception. And there are many people who believe, myself included, and now 2 NBA owners potentially included. There are many people who believe the NBA is becoming the equivalent to the WWE. Make sure to like and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at KC_BTL84. Link to the main channels in the description below. Earlier this week, Pablo Torre was the guest on something called Chapo Trap House. Okay. During the appearance, Torre revealed so-called classified information that he was given from 2 NBA owners. Hey boys, it's me, Pablo T. I was at an event last year. I think it was a pride parade, but either way, I was speaking with a couple of NBA owners, and they told me that the NBA draft was definitely fixed. Do I believe Pablo Torre? Do I think 2 billionaires, do I think 2 dudes who own NBA teams came up to Pablo Torre and told him that the NBA draft was rigged? Absolutely not. I am more inclined to believe that Leah Thomas is a woman before I would believe that 2 powerful men shared classified information with Pablo Torre. But again, the source of the information doesn't matter. Whether or not it's true doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is the perception. And a lot of people believe the NBA is the WWE. Hell, at least the WWE admits they're fake. What do they call themselves? Entertaining sports? Sports entertaining, however they describe themselves. The rest of us describe WWE as fake. And if you don't want to hurt the feelings of overgrown men who still watch a product that is aimed at children, then you politely refer to the WWE as orchestrated combat. The WWE has no problem being described as illegitimate, but for the NBA, this is a very serious problem. You already have the gambling scandals. You already have players fixing games, or at least fixing their own personal prop bets. You have teams tanking, losing intentionally. And now, 2 team owners are supposedly admitting that they think the NBA draft is fixed. You can call it a conspiracy theory if you want, but it's definitely not outside the realm of possibility. Think about it. Nico Harrison trading Luka Donic, without a doubt, worst trade in the history of sports. If he had gotten Anthony Davis and 4 first-round draft picks, there would have been outrage, but the outrage would have eventually subsided. Hell, the Knicks gave up 5 first-round draft picks for Mikal Bridges, and he's a role player. The reason this trade was so hated, it's because of what the Mavs got in return for Luka Donic, or what they didn't get in return. What they got in return was essentially a turd. It wasn't even a polished turd, it was an injured turd. Luka, he is traded to the most valuable franchise in the league for nothing. No competent GM, no GM who wants to keep their job agrees to this trade unless they are getting something guaranteed in return, which in this case would be Cooper Flagg. But KC Nico Harrison got fired. How does this benefit him? Well, it doesn't. And I don't think that was part of the plan. I don't think anyone understood how visceral the outrage would be. Not only that, I don't think anyone could predict how long this outrage would last. Hell, it carried over into this season. But this is not the first time there have been questions with the NBA draft. Back in 2003, the Cavs just so happened to draft their hometown king, LeBron James. In the early 90s, the Orlando Magic and the Charlotte Hornets, they were expansion teams. They just so happened to land the number 1 pick in the draft. Hell, with the Magic, I think it happened in back-to-back drafts. Again, whether or not it's true is irrelevant. And like I said, it's not just the draft. People are questioning the integrity of the NBA product as a whole. And the league has given fans every reason to question it. Sound off in the comments below. I'll see you guys later on the main channel.